On some days, things seem a lot clearer than others. And then all of a sudden, it's all mysterious and vague again. I think it's really important to write down your goals, your targets, your mission statement, your life's mission statement. Write that down. It's so critical. People forget to do that. And it's scary. We also judge ourselves too much. As I'm driving, I'm looking at my steering wheel and I'm thinking it's all broken there, but it's not broken. It's just a cover, right? But we judge ourselves on every little thing. We seem to think that something's not good enough. What I'm wearing is not good enough. My shoes are, but everything is fine. We have this attack by the enemy, which really asks us to question ourselves all the time. It's always there to ask us to question our every move, our every aspect of our lives. This enemy, who is this enemy? Occasionally I'll mention this. I'll say, this enemy, and the people go, who's the enemy? The enemy of man, the one that started the fall, the entire destruction of all things, the one who doesn't wish for there to be goodness and light. And interestingly enough, recently I was reading a book, the life of a very well-known musician, and in this book we get the idea that he, and I'm not going to mention names on purpose, I'm not going to mention specifics, because why add light to an area that's already dark? And I know sometime in the future, people that I love will see these recordings and they'll say, oh, and they might be in some way led to go in that direction, and I'm very cautious of that. So I'm very, very cautious always of what needs to be really indicated. So in this book, he talks about how he follows the dark side, and how he got lured into it, and etc. And I'm thinking, I've been reading about this since I was at university, the Faustian Pact, the dangers of giving up immortality for riches on earth in this time and in this reality. We'd all like to be more successful, and we question ourselves daily why we are not more successful, why we aren't achieving greater things. I really believe that we can achieve extraordinary things day to day, slowly, step by step. Certainly not fast on purpose, for various reasons, because sometimes what you desire is not good for you, and what you desire may not help you. And when you think about it, and when you look back on your life, decade after decade, you start to realize certain things, thank God, didn't happen, because that would have changed everything. It would have changed the dynamic of your life, the way your life is, and your life tends to be good, right? So there's all of these there are all of these issues that keep coming up in our lives. We really are discouraged by the enemy. The enemy does have a plot afoot against us. And once we understand that we are on a mission to do certain things here on earth, while in this small space of time that we're here, if we can do extraordinary things and do those for the light and for what is good, and that there's no contradiction there, there's no ambiguity, guess what? Your life will become amazing, extraordinary. So what I want you to do today, every day of your life, is follow your mission statement. Whatever that mission statement is, follow the mission statement. Give yourself an abundance of thought. Give yourself an abundance of time in which to think about your mission right now, and then put that into action all the time. Put it into action. Have it in action. Sew it to the inside of your garment, inside of your jacket if you have to. This is something that I heard many years ago from a book that I was reading, where he said sometimes things are clear and sometimes they're not. And when they're the most clear, write down your mission statement. When your mission is stark clear, then write it down. You'll find that that mission will progress. You'll have all sorts of things to do, but all of those little idiosyncrasies and mundanenesses and all of those things that go through your life, those little mediocrities, the little things that, the curtain talk, the stuff that's just of no value, you'll see that fall by the wayside. It's got no more meaning because the mission is far more important. The mission comes right up to you and it becomes really stark and clear what you have to do. So once you're on that mission, amazing things happen. Now, I would discuss my mission, but again, the mission is a very personal thing. It's a very private, internal thing. You know what you have to do, so do that. And if you haven't found that mission, as I said, take the time off to think about it. Give yourself ample time in which to think about it. And you will discover how that mission begins to unfold. And sometimes there are gateways through which we find our mission, whether it's through community work, or going to church, or whether it's going to temple, or whether it's going to Shabbat, or whatever it is, you'll find that there's something that will make it suddenly very clear what you need to do. It's like your whole life will fall into perspective. So, I'm going shopping, but I'd like you to take some time off for yourself and begin to work out what it is that your life is about and what your mission is. You'll be astounded by what it all means.